That's coming through as we will be starting things off here on Gardens.
That's right. And Element Mystic's composition is the big question mark right now. Will they pull out the Sombra early? As we have so many Overwatch League players here, and the South Korea national team is here as well.
Yep.
I'm sure you guys recognize all of these faces.
It's been very great to see the number of
Huxell
Overwatch
there.
League pros.
Sneaking into the edge of that camera shot.
So many Overwatch League players coming back here to where their careers began.
That's right.
And showing support for their Tier 2 brethren.
We will have Sparkle on the Pharah to start things off. Atlanta keeping it meta here.
Trying to look for that boop. Wait for that experimental barrier, but he can't knock anybody off the side. We're not finding too many connections. It's going to be a direct shot there onto Sugar Free. Barriers go through the window, so he has to reposition.
Angle pretty good here for Atlanta Academy now. They've got the architecture in their favor.
Got punch coming in, but rocking around the back. Sparkle manages to find Gator. Exchange on the tanks as Hanbin will be taken down, but Unique manages to find the res. Putting the Sigma back into the fight. Now Sugar Free and Funny Astro going to be eliminated. That's going to be the effective sweep coming through. And it will be the first cap going the way of Element Mystic.
When you have the Mercy on your squad, a trade like that will always favor the team is able to have a successful res. What you give up in AoE healing and speed, you gain in having this AoE damage in the sky, and having that extra trade in their favor gets them the first point. And this composition trades up in ultimates way favorably. Element Mystic have the ability now to use Rocket Barrage to control this point. Gator going to use this Wrecking Ball to try to break through, but already Astro's down.
Sparkle having none of it. Finds that kill. Barrage is online. He's going to be waiting for his opportunity to use it. Gator swinging around the back. They know exactly where he is.
Yeah, he's just going to have to try to escape here. Reset. All of this time is incredible for Element Mystic. They didn't have to use any ultimates, and nothing is being gained by Atlanta in this moment. They're losing time on the clock, in fact.
Meanwhile, over here, the first bridge, a bit of damage over onto Gator as he split off from the rest of his squad. Coalescence going to be used by Kodak. They push their way into the point. Experimental barriers coming in. Accretion not long enough to get the stun. Meteor Strike now out from Doha. Drops down in. Behind Funny Astro. Cannot get the kill. The sound barrier was used, and that's going to be Hanbin and Alpha taken down. So no tanks on the board for the side of Element Mystic. Barrage still here, but Sparkle, does he use it or just wait? It seems like it's going to be the latter option as Unique will fall.
Unique trying to use that Valkyrie to buy time. It's not very successful, and it looks like they will get the flip here just around 75%.
Spying as much extra percentage as they can. They'll be able to reset and come back through. Atlanta on the board.
The defending barrage is much more powerful than the attacking one. Sparkle may simply swap over the Doomfist here, because using a barrage to try to assail a point like this with double barriers against you is very difficult. Doha swaps over to Sombra. He's looking for the hack here in the back line.
Get the hack onto Hog. Well, we'll just settle for Gator instead, and Sugar Free going to be taken out by Hanbin. Saucy with a sliver of HP trying to survive. Barrage comes in. They weren't prepared for it. Sparkle manages to find one for himself and set up the kills on the rest of the members of Atlanta Academy. It's just going to be a very fast flip back in their favor. Sparkle gets a cheeky poop off the side of the map there for Kodak.
The hack there onto Gator ends up allowing them to push into the point. They wanted the hack on the Hawk to prevent the denial of the barrage. The hack onto Gator means they can get onto the point and set it up anyways. Doha is so close to an EMP because of that one team fight. And Atlanta Academy really need to engage hard, and they can't now!
No, they cannot. Coalescence not going to be in the fight. Kodak take it out. Funny Astro cannot afford to go back and try to taxi him back to the point. He wouldn't even be able to do so anyway because he himself is dead. Alpha finds that kill. Death Blossom comes in, but Saucy, he manages to find one, but Sparkle shuts down his hopes and dreams with another concussive blast, sending him into the drink. The eliminated OT going to be rolling away. The tank line again from Element Mystic has been eliminated. Doha was hacked. He comes back in and now has the EMP online. Instantly invests that one. Catches three, and Hawk is the first to fall. Sparkle taken out of the sky by Sugar Free, but Doha swiftly finds the enemy Sombra, cleaning him up. Gator rolls around, just trying to buy time for the rest of the Atlanta Academy squad to stabilize and get back over onto the point. Sparkle nearly has his barrage. They're keeping him topped up. Now has it ready to roll. When does he choose to pull the trigger? He does it right then and there, but Saucy so close up. Has that shotgun blast, takes him out of the sky, and shuts down the ultimate, so they get no value from that barrage.
And now they have a...
This is potentially winnable for Atlanta.
It absolutely is. They have the sound barrier. This should be a one fight for them. Incredible turnaround, and the biggest problem for Element Mystic is not really this flip per se, but actually what comes next. The EMP is ready for Sugar Free, because he was able to accrue so much charge in that last fight. Gator's positioning during the EMP, incredible. He bought time, and this is one of our most versatile Western players in terms of the tank role right now. He can play anything. As we head into this upcoming next fight, there's no sound barrier to deny the EMP. Now, Mystic need to just take a fight early, get that EMP out, and hope for the next fight to go much better.
And then getting pretty slim here. As far as the margins are concerned, 3 members going to be hacked by the EMP. Alpha trying to stay alive. The Coalescence rolling through from MCD. Keeps him up for a little bit longer, but Hawk eventually takes him down, and Sparkle finds the punch onto the enemy Sigma. And now Doha going to be eliminated. The 2-for-1 trade. Very much in the advantage of Atlanta Academy.
They will have time to build that Coalescence.
Unique?
Oh, gets knocked off. They will have time to build that Coalescence, so it's not the most egregious usage there on the ultimate. It also means in that longer fight, Doha gets closer to his EMP, but Funny Astro, let's see if he gets caught this time. Everyone remembers that Game 5, his hand getting caught in the EMP, costing Atlanta the map and the series. He needs to be in position. He cannot be caught this time. A good sound barrier can win them the first round.
This is to be great. Meanwhile, over here, Sparkle shuts down Saucy.
Barrier's good.
Doha going to be eliminated. The barrier does come through. They don't get to use that EMP, really. Doha just loses out on it instantly. Meteor Strike out from Sparkle, drops back down. The Halt helps set up the kills here in the long run, and the Flip is getting ready to come back in. Atlanta Academy have to get back to this point as we're at 99-99. Element Mystic looking to take the first round.
And that will do it. Just a tag here for Sugar Free, but they won't be able to get any kills.
Yeah, he will be taken out. The tanks start making their way back. Gator going to be hacked out, melted down, as is Saucy. Hawk has since swapped over onto the D.Va, but will not be able to get close enough. Dangerously close between these two teams.
The EMP economy is so huge. It always has been in our top Sombra metas outside of Sombra support that we had in Apex Season 3. The moment that you have two ultimates that are countered by the same support ultimate, you have this issue where it's a catch-22 problem. Do you sound barrier the Gravitic Flux in this case? You know, previously it's been Graviton Surge, that was the big one. Do you counter that ultimate with your support ultimates, in this case the sound barrier, or do you counter the EMP? The Funny Astro had a great sound barrier there for the EMP, but the follow-up Gravitic Flux from Hanbin had no answer. And as a result, Element Mystic were able to turn that around. Having those EMPs at the critical moment, getting that first capture, having that threat of the 99% is so important. And it will be the Hack Fist rollout again here.
Wrapping around the back right now. Doha looking for a hack target. It's going to be Sugar Free. Manages to find him. Astro nearly eliminated, but they do follow up. The damage orb from MCD manages to get rid of that enemy Doom Fist. Nicely done. Huge halt in with the seismic slam to punch into the wall to soften up Gator. Haven't been able to take him down yet. The barriers keep coming through, but Atlanta, they're on the back foot. They're constantly retreating. Another punch. This time they find Funny, and they take him out. Element Mystic looking to set up that first cap yet again.
And this is just something that Element Mystic have always had in their pocket. Doha has been the best Sombra player in Korea since Guard left for London Spitfire. And the execution is crisp. The hack targets are correct, and Doha's able to maximize damage. He's almost to that first EMP right now, and Funny Astro's so much further away.
Kodak running low on fuse will just pop that Coalescence, get the heals through, but it's not enough because Sparkle comes down, manages to find 2 on the Meteor Strike, follows up for another 2.
And Sombra's always been a hero that throws a wrench into the gears of ult economy, but when you're already up ultimates across the board, your opponents just used Coalescence. When they have now 5 ultimates coming online, Funny Astro has that same catch-22 problem. What does he barrier here? Does he barrier the EMP? If he does, the Flux is a problem, and vice versa. He's going to wait for the best angle.
Being patient.
He sees Funny Astro, he's waiting.
Checking. Does he even have to use it? He still will commit forward. Supercharger thrown down. Now 3 going to be hacked out. Hawk eliminated. Cleanup is there yet again. 50% on the board for Element Mystic. 1 ult fight victory for them. 4 ultimates still online.
And it's no coincidence that this looks so easy. Sparkle was flanking. He knew Funny Astro had one place he could hide based on Doha's positioning. He comes out for Funny Astro. Funny Astro ends up coming up with the kill, but he's still out of position. The EMP still gets value.
Gravitic Flux coming through, pushes one up into the air. It's going to be Hanbin. He's got that shielding, now the barrier on the back end. Already 3 gone for Atlanta Academy. Falling apart, not having as great of a time here on Night Market. 80% for Element Mystic. 1 more fight for Atlanta Academy if they want to flip this.
It's going to be rough. I mean, there's no real engagement here outside of the speed boost, and any hacks can slow this.
Already into the back, just hunting Sugar Free.
Meteor Strike gonna have to be used defensively onto the point.
Grecian doesn't find anything. Sugar Free opens things up.
He's
gets
hacked.
the punch onto Sparkle, then gets hacked. Now Doha gonna be gone. Atlanta Academy might be able to make this work without ultimates. It seems like that is going to be the case as Alpha will get dropped as well. Hanfin just resets off the side of the map, and Atlanta Academy not going down without a fight, not surrendering a 2-0 over to Element Mystic.
Extremely important that Atlanta Academy get to keep those critical ultimates. As you say, they take it without ult usage. Element Mystic, though, can say the same. They will be coming over here soon with an EMP that has no answer in terms of support ultimates. Ideally, Atlanta needs to find Doha and trap him, but he's just so mobile, and Atlanta does not have crowd control outside of the accretion to lock him down. 97%, this could be the map-winning EMP right here, right now.
He's around the back, they see that Hulk coming through, he's looking for the hack, and that EMP comes in, and it is good! 5 members hacked out, now the Meteor Strike drops down, Funny Astro disappears. And as quickly as Atlanta Academy got on the board, they will be taken straight off of it to flip back into their favor. 100 to 36%, it seems, will be the score line as Element Mystic start things off with a 2-0 victory on Lijiang Tower.
Excellent usage of the Sombra Doomfist, and this is something they have already dominated Atlanta Reign on twice before. That's a 3-0 scoreline in terms of composition for them here in this tournament. But Element Mystic have taken their comfort map pick. They had the higher seed, they had the map choice, and they got to play a composition they've already won with before. Element Mystic fans shouldn't get too excited about this opening win yet, because this is just business as usual, and everything is going according to plan. They needed this momentum to go in their favor. It was absolutely critical that they win this first map. And Atlanta Reign, their stronger maps are yet to come. I said Atlanta Reign, I meant to say Atlanta Academy.
There you go, it's okay. They've been playing like Atlanta Reign in the playoffs, at that similar level here throughout the Gauntlet. That's how they got to this grand final. It's not a map 1 victory, it's not a 4-0 for Atlanta Academy, but it's not over yet. They have map pick coming up for Hybrid. We'll have to see where they take us and whether or not that is going to net them a victory. As stated, I for one am ready to go the distance. I'm hoping for a 7-map series regardless of the victor. We'll see if we can make it there when we come back from map 2. See if we get a tied up series, or if Element Mystic can keep pushing forward, keep being powerful, and have a 2-0 start. Welcome back. We are one map into this grand final here at the 2019 Gauntlet. Element Mystic able to take Lijiang Tower with a 2-0 first round. So very close, 100 to 99% on Gardens then. 36% accrued for Atlanta Academy, significantly more one-sided in favor of Element Mystic. Now they have the lead. Atlanta Academy have the map pick as we get ready to move into Hybrid.
Doha is a legend on the Sombra, and a lot of Korean fans are really excited to see him take to the world stage here against Atlanta Academy again and prove his worth. Map selection, as you mentioned before, goes to Atlanta Academy, and it will be Eichenwald.
Okay, changing it up.
I think anything but King's Row is the go for this squad right now. On Eichenwald, we will once again see the sugar-free duel versus Sparkle on the Pharah v Pharah. 100% win rate to Atlanta Academy thus far on this map with a 4-0. Very impressive. It is their best map thus far, but Sparkle has at times gotten the better of Sugar-Free. Can he come in and turn that narrative around here, especially when we go into the Streets phase? That's what this map is going to be all about.
We'll have to see. It seems like spirits still high here in the booth. Funny Astro, keeping everybody cheery from the captain's chair there in the back. We call it the captain's chair. You know, the main support chair, I suppose, in this, in this instance. We'll see if they can, go, in fact, tie us up, give us that 1-1 score line, and extend this series even further. I am fully prepared. I hope you guys watching from home are. Only audience are as well. So let's go ahead and jump in for our second map in this set. It's Eichenwald. Cheers coming out for the squads and the Korean commentators as we get ready to surge forward.
I swear I heard someone say Achilios Sarangeo. I may have misheard, but...
Well, that would be very kind of them.
It wasn't me this time. Well,
for translation purposes, that means I love you.
That's right. Well, heading into this one, I mean, it's a good map choice for Atlanta, especially when you want to turn the momentum around in a series like this. The alternative would have been Hollywood. I do feel like Saucy has really outperformed Doha in terms of Reaper play throughout this tournament, and Hollywood's a map where you could really utilize high ground, low ground, flank positions a little bit better than you can on most of King's Row. Well, they're going to take the Pharah battle. This is what they wanted. This is the duel they were looking for. Saucy's going to look for that opening pick. The Rock is out here. Not going to connect. And he will swap over the Reaper. Not going to be the Bastion attack we've seen before. Taking this a little bit more standard.
Means that they are very heavily reliant on Sugar-Free to come up trumps in this Pharah battle, while also worrying about Doha on that Bastion. Reaper not going to be able to do too much to that Pharah up in the sky unless they can ground her with something like an accretion.
Okay, here's the push forward.
Yeah, very aggressive push forward. The barrier's coming out. Alpha nearly just taken down instantly. Closing that barrier around the back. They get the hold in. Trying to take them out. Break down these shields. Gonna have to go in for the reload here now. And instantly, Sugar-Free taken out.
That's all it takes is one moment where you're exposed as the Mercy or the Pharah, and Sparkle just gets the chasing kill here. It's gonna be a reset for Atlanta Academy. Ideally, they'd like to jump off the map in order to prevent ult charge from being given over, but there's not really much of an opportunity here, unfortunately.
Yeah, Sparkle going low in around the back, but is able to get the cleanup here on the Kodak.
Consolation prize is able to finish his coalescence throughout this moment. You don't feel great about this either way as Atlanta Academy, but it's the little things, right? It's all on Hawk here to absorb this damage on the approach. If Sparkle gets a winning angle, then he's going to have free reign to do that damage onto Atlanta Academy, so that makes it Hawk's job to prevent the damage, as you can see here, as the approach comes through to tag the point.
Great. Little direct shot there from Sugar-Free means that he's not that far behind towards that barrage, just 10% shy. Sparkle, so it's getting aggressive, and that's going to be the alley-oop. Direct hit in with Doha's follow-up. Sugar-Free is gone.
The scariest moment for a Pharah in the duel is when you end up next to the when you end up next to a wall, because your mobility is limited. You're not going to be able to avoid rockets and Bastion fire at the moment, and you're at risk of getting hit by that splash damage on the wall as well. Direct rockets are what you want, but that does add up when there's a Bastion on the other side. And Sugar Free just found himself between a rock and a hard place there against the pillar. And Ella Mystic have the big 6, as we like to call it here in Korea. 6 ultimates online. Atlanta shortly will have 5 of those. They won't have the Death Blossom, but this is certainly winnable without it. They can get a pick.
Already Gator nearly eliminated, would have been catastrophic for them. Already though down to 1:20. Not a good look for Atlanta Academy on their map choice. Need to break through, get this point A cap. Window's gonna be out with the supercharger for Doha, so he's gonna be super empowered right now. And as you can see, Hawk does not stand a chance. Sugar Free manages to find 1, but it was an exchange of back and forth between he and Sparkle as they both get taken down. Unique and Funny Astro, probably the best matchup they were having. He's gonna go in,
no way!
Taking out. He's going for the tag team match. He brings his support back through.
And
he gets the pharmacy completed. And
this is against Kodak, or excuse me, against Funny Astro rather, who got several kills in this matchup yesterday on the Mercy. And Unique is confident enough he can get the res off there, an extreme risk, almost showboating.
This kid is crazy.
I mean, you don't need that res, absolutely. If you lose the Mercy, it's a bigger deal. You lose both heroes in that case. If you just wait for Sparkle to rejoin, come back quickly.
Now
Mirage is still online here for both players, but I mean, as you say, we're down to 20 seconds. There's only 1 fight left.
They have to break through. They've only got a few ultimates with which to do so. And already Kodak is gone. Plucks up into the air. Doha looking for a target. Slam back down. Manages to find Sugar Free. Poked his head out where he shouldn't have. It's Saucy. This gets blown to smithereens. They get the res onto Sugar Free, but Gator's gonna be gone. The Barrage gets nothing. And Element Mystic make a statement defense. You can see hands in the air flexing on them right now. Is Doha in the booth, a full hold on Eichenbaum.
It's important to note, too, that it's not a fair fight. A lot of people like to think of a Pharah battle as a 1v1, but it's really not. It's more of a 2v2 or a 3v3. When you think about the Mercy that has to pocket you, you're fighting as Sugar Free here, a losing matchup against, in terms of damage, because you have to deal with the Bastion sightlines on approach. Element Mystic has a defender's advantage. You're essentially peeking in order to try to do your damage. You're trying to peek around corners. You're trying to peek around pillars. And so your positioning is often easily tracked by Element Mystic, whereas for Atlanta Academy, finding out where Sparkle is at any given moment is much more difficult. They have much less ability to knock him out of the sky with the heroes they're running. They were running a Reaper composition. There's no Bastion, there's no Ana, there's no long-range damage to eliminate Sparkle, and that's how he's able to get these incredible flanks that have taken out, for example, several times Kodak in the back line. So, you know, I feel like a lot of people might be thinking right now, well, Sparkle just dunked on Sugar Free. In a manner of speaking, he did win the matchup, but it wasn't really a true 1v1. And the setup for Element Mystic is what makes Sparkle look so good and allows him to do so many of these great things. It's a team effort. But Atlanta Academy are going to run the same composition that Element Mystic just ran previously, and they're going to have the exact amount of success we saw if they want the draw.
Yeah, I mean, just taking a look at the elims, 47-3. That's 20-2 in actual final blows. Doha looking for that snipe, unable to find it, but just so very one-sided for Element Mystic in that defense. Doha literally did not move from that perch until he popped configuration tank at the end. Now they're going to be looking to display Saucy. Let's see if he can have a similarly entrenched defense here.
He does get the knockoff there on the Hawk, but he should be able to get back up. They have a small window to approach here.
Okay, very good start for Atlanta.
So Doha dies first, and this will be the reset, as you know, Sparkle obviously doesn't have to.
Oh, he went into that one, and Funny Astro was ready for it. Very nice shot. I don't know if Unique is going to be able to go for this res. They have the barrier set up around the back, so he will be able to put Sparkle in.
Yeah, he does get Sparkle back in, and that's because of the mobility of these two heroes. That's actually fine. Normally, you wouldn't want to go for a res like that. They just need to regroup here. But the difference is Element Mystic is running Doha on the Bastion, right? There's no Reaper with this, so they have better anti-air to deal with Sugar Free in the sky here. So it's not exactly a one-to-one in terms of how these two comps will run. There's a lot bigger burst damage threat from distance, which means they can't stay on that perch. You know, you talked about Doha staying there the whole time. Saucy has to relocate every time Doha threatens that barrier. And look at where Element Mystic is now. They're on this point.
Yep, putting their way forward. Windows coming out.
There you have it. Checkmate. That was a game of chess we just watched, Achilios. Walking up onto the point.
I am, my words came back. I can speak now. Element Mystic is moving up. 2-0 now in this grand final. Halfway there.
In
Atlanta Academy, are they spent?
Watch this again. Look, they get onto the point. It's hard to drop down. And it's just a late toss in. The Sigma coming through from Hawk. But it's a moment where, you know, your king is caught between a bishop and a rook. You can't move forward. You can't move backwards. I mean, no one can touch the point. If they do, they die. It's a lose-lose scenario. You cannot let the Bastion get into that position. If you do, your team fight is forfeit. And they were able to close that distance. That's a difference in composition. The Bastion giving you that extra burst fire, that extra burst damage. Atlanta ran the Reaper and found no success.
Fantastically done for Element Mystic so far. Atlanta Academy got to reset. They got to get on the board here, pick up a map win. Choice is theirs again for Assault. We'll be back in just a bit, so stay tuned.